Good afternoon to you. Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com, here with your Hurricane Pro and HD video blog for Thursday, the 17th of October, 2013. Taking a look at the Atlantic Basin. Nothing really going on out there. Weak area of low pressure over the Atlantic near Bermuda. Really not going to have any chance of development. 10%, so that's nice and low. Looking at the satellite loop of this system. Can you pick it out? Do you know where it is on here? Right in there. Just a weak area of low pressure moving on off to the north. Pretty good cold front coming through. This will all get picked up and whisked out to sea even more than it is now. So it'll move away from Bermuda and not have any chance to develop the rest of the Atlantic Basin. If we go back to a more traditional shot here, this is the Atlantic wide view. The other one was the Northwest Atlantic, just a different perspective. And even here throughout the deep tropics, you can see it's cleared out for the most part. No organized areas of deep convection at all. Maybe a weak tropical wave moving through here. And here comes a cold front stalling out, slowing down its progress, but moving south and east just a little bit. And it'll bring some changes to the air mass behind it, some rain showers along it. No severe weather. The dynamics aren't there for any severe weather, but it's keeping the Gulf and the Caribbean nice and quiet as we get through the weekend. Nothing looks like it'll be developing anywhere in the Atlantic Basin. Meanwhile, out in the western Pacific, things are staying quite busy. Here is Typhoon Francisco, finally one that I can adequately pronounce and accurately as well. Looking like it'll go to a Category 4 over the next several days, about 145 miles per hour. Probably get stronger than that. We know how intensity forecasting is with tropical cyclones, and this one may affect the southern portion of Japan beyond the 5-day time period. Let's take a look at a satellite picture of it. Take the track map and the forecast plot away. By the way, this comes from the University of Wisconsin's Tropical Cyclone Tracker page at the University of Wisconsin Tropical Cyclone site. Very, very helpful information from those folks. They do a great job. Wanted to give credit where credit is due. Look at that central dense overcast, a large core of deep convection rising in the atmosphere. You don't have upper level winds cutting across the top of it. That's not happening, so it's able to rise and do its thing, lifting heat and energy out of the ocean through the water vapor that's out there. We call that latent heat. And as long as these stay over water, I think we can marvel at their beauty. And it's when they hit land that they become a real pain in the neck, and they're not quite as pretty to look at, are they? But I tell you, that's a pretty solid typhoon, and folks in Japan need to watch that. The track looks like it could bring it up towards the southern part of Japan over the next several days. So we'll be paying attention to that here on the video discussion over the next few days and see what happens with that. But the Atlantic Basin, going to be quiet through the weekend, so if you've got plans to head to the beach, do any boating or whatever along anywhere from the Caribbean to Mexico, Central America, Florida, the Gulf Coast, even the Carolinas, water temperatures still just warm enough to enjoy from Cape Hatteras south. North of there, probably a little too chilly, but a nice weekend and probably a quiet week ahead. And then we'll see what happens as we get towards the end of the month and into November. Maybe some changes coming as one last favorable upward motion pulse from the Madden-Julian oscillation tries to work its way into the Atlantic Basin. We'll see if that even comes to pass before we worry too much about what might happen down the road. Have a good rest of your Thursday. That's it for me. Again, I'm Mark Sudduth, HurricaneTrack.com, and for Hurricane Pro and HD, I'll be back with more for you tomorrow.